welcome back to the OxyMoronic Show, episode 2. Thank you. As usual, the OxyMoronic Show is filmed in front of a live studio audience. The live studio audience being the two most loudest, annoying dogs in the world. Yes, they are such sweethearts. And since we share the living room space, they get to lay on the couches while they hear me talk 10 feet away from them. Not even 10 feet away from them. Which is so good. It's so great. How's everybody doing today? How's everyone living? I know you had some long drives to the studio today. You know, got some people back from Florida. Yep. Long drive. Yeah. Crackheads in every gas station you stopped at. Well, yeah. You live in Florida. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Sounds like a good time. Sounds like fun. As we know, it's the 3rd. It's been a while since I recorded one of these, but the first show just went up this week. Finally posted the videos on YouTube. Finally launched a channel for realsies for everyone to view, for everyone's pleasure. And so that's 3 videos that came out on this Monday, this past Monday. And from here on out, next week, everything will have a regular schedule of it coming out. So new gaming videos will be Mondays and Tuesdays. The podcast will be on Thursdays. And hopefully we'll have some a little fun on Fridays. Thank you so much for growling with excitement, random person in the audience. I can tell you're enjoying the show. Hey, can we come lay down? Would you want to come lay down? That would be really cool. Don't bark. And now the little one's going. They really want to be on the show, you know, but they don't make puppy mics to go on them. I can't follow them around. It's way too much. Hey, can you hush? About 5 minutes before I started, someone was slamming metal on the ground near the apartment, so that was cool. I mean, near the studio, which was really cool because now the dogs are wide awake and on the move, trying to figure out what that was, which is completely fine. Because, you know, why wouldn't they be? Why wouldn't they be smashing metal on the ground at 10 in the morning to freak my dogs out? Baby, come on. So if we hear any growling, please ignore it. So we're about 3 weeks in. I think the first podcast I recorded was like 2 weeks ago. I've been really behind on posting and doing my schedule and things like that. Of course, now both dogs are up. They're doing great. But I got a few talking points here, a few things I want to hit on the way down. Just some fun. Really fun thing about starting a YouTube is you don't realize that every YouTuber you watch got famous because of Vine until, you know, you post all your stuff on YouTube and realize you only have 6 subscribers. And you realize, wait, well, how did they get so many subscribers? And then you remember that they were all on Vine, and when Vine died, they had a channel to move into, and that's pretty cool. So when you see me selling my body on TikTok, please, no questions. Just like and keep it moving. Maybe in a comment, you know, boost the audience, you know, boost the thing, get that algorithm going, please. Yeah, that was a good revelation. I was like, why are all the YouTubers I watch? Why were their first videos 7 years ago? And I was like, oh, right, Vine. Okay, I'm doing this all backwards because the thing is, you're supposed to gain an audience, and then you move to YouTube. And then, well, there's no real right way to do it, you know? But the real right way to do it, let's be honest, is to gain an audience. And then you make a podcast, because then people are interested in what you have to say already. So this is a little backwards, but it's okay. We're going to figure this out. We're going to get this handled. Oh, man. Especially a podcast where you just talk about nothing and you don't have a genre to put it into. That's really cool. But I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. If you want to on this one, please comment below what your thoughts are on the videos, what your thoughts are on the games. I know they're both 2 old different games. I mean, definitely not something you see people playing commonly anymore. So I would love to see some opinions on it. Definitely, you know, hit the like button, let me know that you like the video. But, you know, let me know the length too, because I feel like those are really long videos, and they might have some moments where they're not as much fun. This new video for Saints Row 2 that I'll probably put out is going to be a little bit different in editing because I didn't have as much energy as I wanted to when I recorded. So I'm going to rely a little bit more on editing to get the laughs out. So hopefully that might be the way I might go from now on, is kind of a little bit more heavy editing to make it shorter and more entertaining. But, you know, as of right now, it's all just a test. It's all just to see. I'm not positive yet, so definitely just, you know, give me some feedback, you know, some comments. You know, most of you guys are my friends, I hope. I think everyone that's subscribed is a friend, so please DM me, text me. It doesn't matter. I love to hear your thoughts because we you know, if you start now, you know, the early subscribers, you know, you'll be here forever. And, you know, you'll watch this grow, and hopefully, you know, you'll be a part of the other stuff that we'll do. And, you know, use you for cannon fodder, and, you know, throw you into random things and use you for bits. So that'd be really cool. I mean, that'd be really tight. All right, so we're about 5 minutes in. I'm gonna take a sip of my iced coffee real quick, actually. Here we go. We're gonna actually start off with something from last podcast about the Oculus and me being an old man. I changed everything I said. I found a new game on it, Pavlov. On Quest 2, it's actually like a beta version of a full game, which looks even more amazing on the full like PC powered headsets. But the Oculus Quest 2 has Pavlov Shack, and it's basically it's more like Call of Duty S, where it's almost a little bit more arcadey, but it's still like the realistic like reloading and shooting and stuff. It is so much fun. It's also like CS:GO, where you have to, or Valorant, where you have to pay for your you have to buy like guns and stuff at the beginning of rounds. I haven't played online yet. I've only been playing like against bots, and I've been having a fucking blast because it's just like, it's really the most comfortable I've ever had with a game where it's two-handed rifle play, like, you know, playing with guns. That's really comfortable. You feel really cool. It doesn't make me like sick. Like, I get like the general, like, you know, the screen being 2 inches from my eyes like afterwards, where I feel like my corneas are burning, and I need to read a book or something because I'm slowly joining the metaverse of Mark Zuckerberg's world. But it is really entertaining. There's a few, like, not very maps on there, but I haven't really gotten tired from it yet. And my favorite thing to do is like you can, you know, buy like 2 different pistols beginning around and just dual wield the entire game and just run around and shoot people with 2 pistols, and it is outrageously fun. I want to try to do a little video in it, I think, but I gotta figure out how to record from the headset, which I'm sure is like streaming to my computer and recording, but I just gotta figure that out because it's a lot of fun. Sage, drop it right now. Good girl. She had a Doc in her. This dog is 5 months old and can pick up a Doc Martin with her mouth. An entire Doc Martin, just walk around with it. Yeah, I'm talking shit about you. It's ridiculous. That was a good little burp. Yeah, but that game is tons of fun, and it's sad though because on the Quest it's not as powerful, and it doesn't have like the full capabilities of the real game. The real game has mods in it, and the people that are playing like with their PC powered headsets, you can play like Call of Duty Zombies on it. You can play Halo Zombies. You can play Halo. There's Halo maps with Halo weapons in it. It's fucking crazy. There's Black Ops Zombies on it, like actual like Black Ops maps, and they're like 4 scale maps where you're walking around and like you just get like put into the games. It's bonkers. I want to try them out, and you can with the Quest, but you have to like hook it up to your computer, and I don't know if I have like the power to do it yet, just because my internet isn't the fastest. But I want to try that shit out so bad. If you need to, I'll probably put. Ooh, I can do some link dumps. That'd be pretty cool. There's some videos I can put into the description, so you can go watch. You gotta see like the stuff people can do in these games. It's definitely something that would like make you want to get a headset. I feel like, because this shit is crazy what they can do. And maybe I can record a few clips of me playing too and put that up. That'd be pretty fun. It was really cool. I wanted to do a Rambo thing, so I went through a round, and like you play like rounds in like a firefight mode, and at the end of the round you get like rewarded a certain amount of money for how many people you killed. So I did that, and I got to the point where I could buy 2 machine guns, and so I was just walking around dual wielding machine guns, trying to be like Rambo. It worked for like 10 seconds. It felt really cool, but I immediately got killed because I was so inaccurate. But it was really fucking cool to walk around with 2 saws like Rambo and just like boom, 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 boom. I killed like 1 person, I think, and you can't like look down your sights at all. It's gotta be like you just get lucky with the stray bullets and like watch the bullets go down the hallway. It's really entertaining though. Oh, I could probably put it in the clip too. There's a clip of my girlfriend recording me while I play, and it's just dead fucking silent. It's really funny. It's just me looking around, and you can't see anything that I'm doing. You just see me playing with the headset on. Really entertaining. Really good stuff. That's the best thing I think about VR right now, is that it feels really cool, and it's really cool to be in it, and you have a lot of fun in it. But anyone that's watching you without like seeing what you're doing on the screen, it's fucking ridiculous. Because like at least with like the Wii and stuff, you know, back then with like motion control, you're standing up and everyone can see the screen. If you're just standing around playing Oculus by yourself, and like someone's like just like happens to walk in the room, they're like, "What the fuck is this guy doing? Is he reloading? No, that looks like... What is he holding? Oh, God, he's jerking himself off in the game. In the game. Oh, no, now he's jerking himself off for real in the game and in real life. He's holding the controller and jerking off with the controller in real life and in fake life. Are you... That's ridiculous. Oh, okay, so we're at the 11-minute mark. So that means it is time for the sponsor of the show. Yeah, that's right. The sponsor of the show. We don't have one. Yeah. But if we did, that'd be pretty cool. If we had a sponsor of the show right now, we could be talking about, these are awesome products and how great they are and how well they are at making their customers satisfied with those products, A little cleaning action, Let me give you a hypothetical. Do you have an issue? Do you have problems? Well, guess what? With this new 3-in-1 thing that they created over at this bullshit cool company, this thing that I can give to you with a promo code is now going to fix your problems. Yeah, all of your problems. I know you got a lot of them. You probably have like a stank unibrow going on right now, right? It'd be really cool if you had something to fix that unibrow. Well, guess what? Now you do. Oh, you don't know, you don't wipe well? You have a nasty butt? Your butt is really gross? Well, guess what? With this promo code that I can give you, you can have this product within 3 days, and you will never have a dirty butthole ever again. Crazy, right? See? I'm just saying, we don't have a sponsor yet, but it'd be pretty cool if we did. And you could have that little slot. So any companies, if you're checking me out, watching from the ivory towers, I could be a sponsor. All I'm saying, I could be an affiliate. You could, and I'm pretty professional. I look good. Like, not like I look good. I not like I'm perceived. I'm not like I'm hot. Not like I'm attractive. Like I have a good platform. Like I'm very professional on everything that I do. Obviously, but don't look through my Twitter feed. Or do, or don't. Just send me money and sponsor me, and I'll get you money. Does that sound cool? Okay. All right, now back to the show. Sorry about that, guys. You know how it is. Sponsors and ad reads, things like that. You gotta keep the lights on. I gotta keep the lights on. Yeah, I know. Ooh, this is a good story. Has anyone heard? Okay, this is a little older too, but the Pablo Escobar's cocaine hippos recognized as people. Are they recognized as? I think I have it written down. I know you probably, if you're on Twitter, you definitely saw me retweet this. So Pablo Escobar had hippos, because Pablo Escobar, if you're not aware, he was a drug lord in Mexico. I think it was Mexico. I'm not sure if he operated in Mexico, but I know he was a drug. Oh, Colombia. It was in Colombia. So he was a drug lord, and he basically, where he ran his operations, he had a ranch, and he would import animals to his ranch, and one of those animals being hippos. And not just like in the headline, it looks like it's like, oh, like cocaine hippos recognizes people, and it looks like, oh, like he had 2 like hippos that he just hung out with, that kept on his ranch. No, motherfucker had 35 hippos. Yeah. So it was like he had like a ranch with 35 fucking hippos, and now the population of those hippos has grown to like 65 to 80 in Colombia, where hippos are not native. So they're like fucking up the ecosystem. And so the actual story here is that a American court officially recognizes them as people in an effort to stop them from being killed because hippos are endangered. And so they're recognizing them as humans so that way they can live, which is bonkers, because it's like, why recognize them as people? Why can't we I guess we can't send people in to go save them because it's in a foreign country, but it's so fucking crazy. We're gonna recognize these cocaine hippos as people. Motherfuckers in America barely recognize people who do cocaine as people, you know? Like, how can we recognize hippos as people? Motherfuckers in America over here like, ugh, illegal immigrants. They're barely people. They're not people, you know? Like, America's fucking crazy, dude. It's wild over here. Yeah, so they're recognized by an American judge or like an American court to in an effort to stop Colombian officials from killing them, because since they're not native, they're dangerous to the ecosystem and they're fucking it up because they have no natural predators in Colombia, which is I guess true, because I feel like Colombia has crocodiles, but they're not like, I feel like those crocodiles probably can't fuck up hippos, because hippos and crocodiles be fucking scrapping, but that's in like Africa where there's like saltwater crocodiles and shit like that. Crocodiles are fucking scary. I'm scared. There's only a few things I'm scared of, and that's like snakes, alligators, and crocodiles. Like, those are the scariest fucking reptiles. I should add hippos to that list though, because hippos are fucking mean. I think hippos kill more people than alligators do, and that's fucking crazy. Because you think of a hippo, you think like a big nice, like a big cuddly, not cuddly, but you think like a big nice thing, like it's like a big nice animal, like an elephant, like you have like a nice thought about it. Like you're thinking about it and you're like, oh, that's a cool animal. Like they're nice. No. Hippos fuck people up. They like tip over boats, stomp people to death, drown them. Crazy shit. But yeah, so Colombia has an issue of 80 cocaine hippos that America now recognizes as people. Which is kind of sad though still, because since America is recognized, since it's like an American court system that's doing it, it has no like actual weight to it. So in Colombia they don't really give a shit. It's just America, it's a way for America to say, oh, they kill these hippos, it's wrong, and blah blah blah, and we recognize them as people, so they shouldn't do it. But in Colombia it's like, hey, fuck you, those aren't our laws, we don't give a shit. They you come take them then, basically. Which is kind of like, I feel like they could like come to an agreement with that, instead of being like, hey, because I feel like this is a very passive aggressive like way of doing it. Because Colombia's over here and like, hey, we got a hippo problem. We gotta get rid of these hippos. They're doing cocaine and they're bringing drugs into the community. We gotta get rid of these hippos. And America is over here like, well, you can't kill those hippos because we see them as people. And Colombia is like, oh, that's cool. So come get your people and deal with them. But Colombia's not doing that though. Colombia's like, well, fuck you. We don't care. We're gonna kill them. Because it's like a passive aggressive country thing. What I think it should be is that America should be like, oh, those are our people. We recognize them as people. And Colombia should be like, all right, then come get your people and get them out of Colombia because we're tired of the cocaine that they're dealing here. Hippo cocaine is so much stronger than human cocaine. And so America's got to be like, oh, for sure, we'll come pick them up. We'll fly them back to Africa, to their like native land. But of course, they're not going to do it. Why would we solve the actual problem instead of just being like, oh, we recognize them as people? And Colombia's like, cool, fuck those hippos. No more hungry hippos in this fucking part of the world. Because I don't know. It seems like there's a solution to this problem, and America will throw money at like everything that isn't actual solutions to problems that they want to fix. It's like, I don't know. It's a very what is the word? It's a very performative thing to be like, oh well, we see them as people. Cocaine hippos. Man, what the? That's a crazy fucking story. So yeah, you heard it here first, folks. Cocaine hippos recognized as people in America. People who do cocaine in America, though, not people. They should go to jail. That's actually the play. Is America is gonna, we recognize them as people, so we're gonna put them in the prison system and fuck up their lives. Yeah. We're not actually going to help them with their addiction. We're just going to put them in prison and, rehabilitate them. I did air quotes when I did that. I gotta stop being so based so early in the morning. Ooh, a cool story, a pretty fun one. Oh, actually, no, let's talk about Venom. We saw Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage, and I was reading some reviews for it. Not reviews, but like just TikTok comments about it. So, basically reviews from huge critics. And that movie did not go well with some people. They weren't like into it. They're like, oh, it was blah blah blah, and I didn't like it because of this, and it was bad, and it was just a horrible movie. And I heard another podcast where they talked about it, where they just were not into it. I fucking loved that movie. I think it was so much fun because I think Like, I think, like, I'm walking into movies now with a better, like, not determination, but, like, a better, like, idea for what the movie's gonna be. You know, like, you walk into, like, a movie like Tenet or, like, Interstellar, like, you're expecting to have your pants knocked off, you know? Like, you know what you're ready for. But you walk into fucking Venom 2, what do you expect? Like, Venom 1 wasn't great. It's not like a, you know, huge blockbuster, you know, like, groundbreaking movie. It had a horrible CGI fight, but they're just dumb, fun movies, you know? Like, that's how you should walk into it. Like, it was a good, dumb movie. And then, like, Eddie and Venom, too, there's comics where they're gay for each other. So, them having, like, the whole, like, subtext of them, like, definitely being in love, so much fun. So much fun to watch. And, like, them bickering like a couple and their little argument. Hey, by the way, spoilers for Venom 2 if you haven't seen it. I'm not too heavy of spoilers, but it was. I think it was a lot of fun. It was definitely very loud. I think it was maybe like our theater, but it was a loud fucking movie. There's a character in the movie that screams. She has, like, if you're familiar with Black Canary, I think is her name, from the DC comics. She has that same power where she yells a lot, and so that was not very fun to listen to. Like, Haley had to cover her ears while we were watching the movie because it was just so fucking loud. So yeah, that wasn't the best, but I think it was a pretty fun movie. Oh, Woody Harrelson did pretty good as a weird serial killer, I have to say. His toupee, you know, wasn't great. I felt they could have gone with maybe a younger guy, you know, because I feel like his girlfriend was probably not that old. But because Woody Harrelson's not a young dude. But it was entertaining. I enjoyed it. Definitely a good watch, a fun watch. And so if you have any Venom 2 hate in your heart, fuck off. It was fun. It was a fun movie. You can't take it. You gotta stop. I feel like, you know, life is too serious to take movies seriously. That's not true. I take a lot of movies seriously, but I think that movie did what it was supposed to do. You know, it was supposed to be fun. It has an awesome fucking post-credit scene, which I'm really excited about. I'm really excited to see play out. Ooh, I had my first rolls of film developed and scanned in by a company. I sent them off to get developed, and I got them back, and that was really cool. They actually came out a lot better than I expected. There's not everyone was a banger, obviously. Like, there's only like a few that I really enjoyed. But I was really proud of myself because, like, because, you know, with film, you don't really get to see what you're doing. You just kind of take a picture and hope it looks good later, and you hope you just got, like, what you were looking at and made it look good. And so I was really excited by all the stuff I got back because I was like, wow, I actually did really decent. I thought I did, like, fucking terribly. There was especially one picture on my Instagram. It was the railroad tracks. If anyone's familiar with Tamburo photography on Instagram, there was a picture of the railroad tracks I took, and I thought I was, like, way too, like, my settings weren't right. I thought it was, like, way too blown out because of the sun. It came out awesome. I was really excited. I thought it was gonna be like an all white picture because of how badly, like how I had the settings set for, like, the shutter speed. If you don't know about cameras, the shutter speed, it lets in a certain amount of light, and I think I thought I let in way too much light, and so I thought this was gonna be like a blown out picture and be all white. No, it came out really good, and I was really happy with that. So I think I really want to develop my own film at some point, but living in an apartment, a 1-bedroom apartment, there's no way I can set up a darkroom anywhere in here. And if I did, it'd be just way too much effort and way too much work to try to do. And it's a lot. I mean, it's definitely a lot of money to get developed. I mean, it wasn't terrible. It was like $30, I think, to get 2 rolls developed and scanned, and I could, like, get negatives back and stuff like that and get prints made of them. But to do what was the other thing I did? Oh, but to, like, buy, because, like, to do your own developing, you have to, like, pay for, you can pay for, like, a package deal to get, like, all the stuff, like the chemicals and the bath and stuff to, like, put the chemicals in. But then you can also get, like, a dark room bag, and that's like $100-something, and that's a lot of effort too. And it's like, if you don't do the film correctly, like, if you don't, like, with color film, you have to heat up the solution it's in when, like, you're, like, developing it. You have to heat it up to, like, a certain temperature, and it has to stay within 2 degrees of that temperature, or you'll fuck it up and it'll ruin the colors. And that's too much stress, man. I already can't focus on things that I have to do for more than 10 minutes. Like, if I had to do that for more than 5 seconds, I'd probably fucking shoot myself. So yeah, definitely not an easy thing. Yeah, so I think I might film today. I might film another Splinter Cell video today, get that in. I got a good bit for that one I want to do, but we'll see, because that's a little bit of work. I've been really wanting to take pictures recently, but I just kind of keep like, I'm like, oh no, I should do this. I gotta find a job again soon, because money is running a little. It's not tight, you know. Like I definitely have a good amount still, not to flex or anything, but you know, I still got some good amount of money. But no, I definitely need to look for a job again. Just because it makes me feel better mentally, and then for the holidays coming up, I think I was thinking about door dashing, but I'm really scared that I'll fuck up my car door dashing and not make enough money. Which is why I should get a sponsor, because then I could do this to be pretty cool. If you just have a company and you want to shout me out, you know, like, you know, you were just like, you know, you're just starting out, maybe I can take your pictures for you too, do some product photos. I'm just saying, be pretty cool. That's something I really want to start doing, is product photography, and I've been thinking about like trying to get like set up like things to do to take pictures, like building like miniature sets and like playing with lighting and stuff, and start practicing. But I also feel like I have nothing to actually take pictures of to do product photography, because I got rid of a lot of like random shit I had before we moved. Maybe I'll try. I think that'd be kind of fun. As long as I'm not making money off of them, like you're allowed to do it, I think, like in terms of like copywriting, and then it'd be good like practice, and then I could like show it off, and you know, maybe like companies will see it and be like, oh hey, I had a friend back home that asked, or I kind of talked to her about doing product photography, and she has a small Etsy business, and I would like love to have helped her with it, but I just don't know what the fuck I'm doing yet. And I'm also way too nervous about this kind of stuff. Like I'm still getting started out with a lot of it, so. All right, last story. This one is fucking nuts. So I got a few minutes left. This one might go a little bit over, but that's okay. So there's a school in like Louisiana, I guess, that was like this is a regular, not like a regular school, but you know, there's a school with a lot of fights in it, and within like 1 week, or like after a fight, they had like 22 kids get arrested because of fighting. And 22 fucking kids getting arrested. They're having a fucking Super Smash Brawl in that fucking bathroom, apparently. Motherfuckers, 22 kids. You got 11 on 11. You got a fucking football. Go get on the football team. How the fuck you got 11 kids fighting 11 kids? It better have been 11 on 11, too. Motherfuckers, it might have been like 1 on 21. Just getting fucking stomped out. Oh, shit. Like, y'all playing fucking split screen over here. You got four TVs going in the living room playing Smash Brothers together. 22 kids. So that's a whole classroom. Fucking, you think the science class just popped off one day and was just they all started scrapping? It was actually the debate club is what it was. They were debating something and it got heated. There was, you know what? Fuck it. Come debate these fucking hands, cuz. Yeah, so 22 kids get arrested. You might have this is like a 2-week-old story too, probably. But so the reaction to like these kids getting arrested, it's like a news story, and so it was like it like cuts to the newscaster, and he's like talking to like this group of like people, and he's like, so are you guys like qualified in any way? Do you guys have like degrees in anything? And they're all like, no, like we're just hanging out. And this group of people are the dads of the students. There's like 40 dads that like came into the school after that fight, and they just like basically like started like a program or like a group called Dads on Duty. Yeah, Dads on Duty. And so they just come into the school and they just hang out all day basically, and they just like stand around the school, like they like talk to the kids, they walk around, they just like kind of do whatever they have to, like whatever they kind of do, and the fight stopped completely. And the newscaster is kind of like you know, like people are kind of like confused almost, like in a news report, and the news reporter is kind of like talking to like the students, and he's like so like really, I mean like no fights, like, and he's like, you know, like is that like this is having your dad around like really help? And the girl's like, well yeah, like are you serious? Like it's my dad almost. She's like, have you ever heard of the look? And he's like, the look? And she's like, yeah, the look, like the dad look, you know, like you know. Me, I you know, I got some daddy issues, so I didn't really ever get a dad look. But I had some older brothers, and or even not even my mom. Your mom, like your parent, ever gave you that fucking look when you were fucking up? You stopped. You knew. You're like, okay, I'm gonna get my ass beat when we get home. Oh, you know, she gave me that look, like hey, you know, like that parent look is the kind of look that you like slap your friend, like, hey, chill. Like if like you're the one not messing up, is your friend messing up, and so you're like, hey, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. Like my mom's gonna kick our asses, and your friend's like, she ain't gonna kick my ass. Like that's not my mom. You're like, no, she'll fucking kill us. Like chill. That's what these dads are doing, and that's crazy because it's like obviously that would work. like, you know, because like kids, you know, they're not, you know, kids go to school, you know, half the time I barely had respect for half the fucking teachers I had for a certain point, you know, because you have some bullshit teachers, and you know, you're like, yeah, fuck, I'm gonna act bad. Why the fuck not? Like, no one's like, my parents aren't gonna know about it. Your fucking dad is walking around the school and you're trying to scrap with kids all day, or you're talking shit all day. You're not gonna talk shit anymore. Your dad's gonna look at you and you're like, oh fuck, yes sir, I'm gonna go lunch. Like, but then I also thought about like, imagine, because you know, you're in school, you're a high schooler, you're trying to get a girlfriend, you're trying to get a boyfriend, you know, you're trying to mess around, you're trying to like do, you know, you're growing up, you know, that's when you start like getting like real crushes and trying to go on dates and shit. You imagine like like you're walking down the hallway with like some, like the girl you've been trying to talk to all week, and your dad's there at the end of the hallway like, damn man, you were tearing up the bathroom this morning, you okay? I know that test is stressing you out. And that girl just fucking beelines away from you. You're like, Dad, what the fuck? He's like, hey, don't talk to me like that. When you get home, it's gonna be when we get home later, you're going right to your room. Oh man, like I could not imagine. Like, you tell me my mom, like, well, me and my mom had a really cool relationship, and like I really, like, by the time I was in high school, like I really, even like most of my childhood, I really respected her. So I never would have, like, you know, I wasn't like really ever getting in trouble, getting into trouble, and I never would have like really talked back to her. Me and her had like a relationship where like we could mess with each other, and like I could like, you know, like we would always like mess around and be like, you know, she'd like call me like a little shit, and I'm like, oh word mom. I was like, you suck. And you know, like I could not imagine though, like a real like authoritative, I couldn't imagine someone else's dad looking at me and be like, you need to stop. I'm like, yes sir. Yes sir. Cause now, and then imagine cause you know, they say that dudes don't like to, like, you know, like men don't like to be in drama or like the gossip. Bullshit. You're telling me your dad is at home, your dad comes home from a day at school and you and him are just like talking shit back and forth about like the day, like people at school. Like, yeah man, that especially because, you know, you had, like, no offense to any weird kids in high school. I like weird kids. I think weird kids are very special. But, you know, you come home from, like, school and you're like, your dad's just like, man, what is up with that kid? And you're like, I know. Oh, shit. And that's like, yeah, he would not stop running down the hallways. And I told him to stop. And then, you know, he ran past and that stench hit me. You know, that shit crawled in my nose. Your dad's just talking mad shit about every kid in school. Oh man, but I couldn't, because it's like a group of 40 dads, right? So it's like, you know, like in the video too, you see it, it's like 5 dads like walking down the hallways together, almost like their own like clique in the school. and like the kids are like walking by and the dads are just like, hey, you know, you better get to class, like, hey, you acting right? It's almost like if you ever in high school sports, if you had like coaches in your school, the way the coaches were at my school, it's the same thing. Like they would like kind of walk around and like, you know, they like call it the players sometimes. Like they just kind of like, you know, just hang out and like the player, you know, it was like a camaraderie kind of thing. I think I said that right. Where, you know, like the player would say something to him and the coach would say something back, you know. Especially like a younger coach that's like in his 20s or something. Like he was always like, he wasn't like a father figure, but he was like an older brother almost. And, you know, you kind of like, you know, you wouldn't really act up as much because you wouldn't, like if you were going to act up, it was like you weren't fighting other kids, you were like messing with him, and so he would like mess with you back. So I mean, it definitely works, and it's obviously working for this fucking school. But it's just such a funny concept to have 40 dads walking around, and that's what one of the other kids said too, was the dads hit them with dad jokes all day, and like even like the video, like dad walked by and was like, your shoes untied, and the girl's shoe wasn't untied. Like, like you just got 40 new kids in that school is what that is, and they're all way bigger than you, gonna fuck you up if you don't act right. It's crazy. It's really cool though, because it's definitely something that, like, I mean, because even in the video they say like the dad's like, you know, a lot of these kids too, like at home they don't have a male figure, you know, look up to. And I'm not saying like you don't have to have them. Like I didn't, like I said, like I never really had like a steady father figure. Well, I had a stepdad and he was really cool, and you know, but like it was like I was never scared of my dad or my like stepdad like that. Like I was scared of my mom. Like I knew like if I did wrong I had to answer to my mom. And if like if I was doing like bad shit at school and my mom was right there, yeah, it like I would have been an even better kid than I was already. Because by the time I got to high school, I was just kind of like, you know, like I knew I was smart and I was getting good grades and shit, so I was kind of like, I acted up to the amount I knew I could act up. I was almost like Jim in The Office, you know. I was like, oh, I can mess with Dwight because no one's really gonna get mad at me for messing with Dwight, you know. But like if I was doing like dumb shit, like like jumping one kid with 21 other kids on my side, or like breaking or doing devious licks in the bathroom, you imagine this school with the devious licks. The kid comes out of the fucking bathroom with like the bathroom stall in his hands, and the dad's just looking at him like, really, like they're gonna make you go right back in there, put it back on the ground. Screw the stall back in the ground. You're repainting the bathroom. You're cleaning out the toilets. You're gonna make that bathroom look the nicest that bathroom ever looked, and that's because your dads are there. Like, oh shit, it's crazy. Definitely crazy. All right, so we're at the limit. That's 35. We're past the limit again. I meant to go for 30 this time, but maybe one day. Hopefully this will get up. Actually, I'm gonna do this today. I'm gonna try look into. There is a program I can use to get these up on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So, shout out to my boys that can't always sit around YouTube. I know we're not paying for YouTube Premium around here because that's way too much money to not have ads. It's okay. We're all broke. I understand. So hopefully I can get this on Spotify and Apple Podcast today for us, for y'all, really. And for me, because I'm going to go back and listen to my own voice. I really need to start listening to this shit and hear what I sound like. I'm definitely getting more comfortable with this, which is awesome. Hopefully that means, better. Well, probably not better, but we'll see. But yeah, so hopefully I can get those up today, get that knocked out, have the first 2 episodes up. Once again, I appreciate you guys coming by. If you're on YouTube, please hit a like. Go ahead and hit the, maybe give me a comment or 2. It's okay. You don't have to say anything like for real. You drop me a fun fact in there if you want. Recommend me to any friends that aren't my friends, that aren't your friends. 'Cause I know right now it's just my close-knit group of friends that are listening. So please, give me a little recommendation. You don't have to post me or nothing. Just like word of mouth. That'd be cool. If this is on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, like I said by now, whatever the liking system is on there, please give me some of that. A little bit of love, be kind of cool. Yeah, and if you guys have any like suggestions, recommendations, things you want to see, things you want me to do, things that are legal and not too strange or too weird, please leave comments. I would love to see some feedback, and I'd love to see what you guys are thinking. And like I said, most of us are probably close friends right now. Most of you guys are probably people I know. I know like 3 of you right now who have listened to this shit. So please, feel free to text me or DM me, any ideas or suggestions that you have. I would love that shit. All right, thanks, y'all. Peace.